Hi guys! I'm finally back from my Christmas New Year break. Happy 2017, hope you all had a great Christmas and New Year. I'm here today to celebrate my 1 year anniversary of starting my Disney International program at Walt Disney World. So today I'm going to be going through my little box thing, my little treasure box that I kept. I still haven't put a photo in there. Better do that soon. So let's see what we've got in here. Okay, the first thing that pops out of this box is a piece of rope from Main Street. So this was given to me during my training. Basically, we were just learning how to fix up a rope when it comes off the little hooks and the stanchions. So it's pretty easy. So yeah, so I've got a little piece of Main Street rope. There's a lot of stuff in this box. Okay, so the next thing, I have 2 name tags, fun fact. So this one is my first one. And it has the wrong place on it, you might have noticed. I don't live in Westmead. And that's because when they give you your first name tag, if you're international at least, they use the location given on your passport. So it's technically your place of birth. So I was born in Westmead, but I don't live there. So I decided to get that changed one day and got a new one that just says Sydney in it. Also, fun fact, I actually lost my original one in a Taco Bell parking lot one night after work, and then like 2 days later my friends from work went back and they found it. So that's how I ended up with 2. I thought I would only have 1, but you know, now I have 2, so even better. There are so many buttons in this box. So I've got my first visit button. It was technically not my first visit, but my first visit as an adult, so I figured I would get that. I have a birthday pin. Kind of, it's like just a celebrating birthday pin. I have my pin from Dapper Day, which was fun. I've got another couple things in here, but on top of those I have some stickers, just that I kept, which I thought were pretty cool. These little stickers I used to hand out on Main Street to kids. I used to do trivia games and stuff, and if they got it right, I give them a sticker, and if they got it wrong, I give them a sticker. As long as I had fun, that's cool. Okay, so this is my pin from my last day in the park, my CP, college program 2016. And then this one is from Disneyland when I went with Steph, and it was her first time at Disneyland, so we both got buttons. My little Earning My Ears tag. So that would go, you've probably seen them online, but for those who aren't aware, you'd kind of stick it to the bottom of your name tag while you were earning your ears or getting trained. And then once your training was over, you could take it off. I have a little Valentine, I guess, that I got from this adorable little girl whose name was Isabel. She signed it for me. So I thought that was cute. What else is there? There's so much paper in this. Okay, what have we got? Oh, okay, so this is a stanchion tag. So I don't know if you're really familiar with Walt Disney World and probably Disneyland, on each of their stanchions or the poles that they use for setting up for parades and other events, they'll have a tag on it with a place, like 2 letters or 3 letters, and a number. And then that will correspond to where you have to put it along the route or along the sidewalk. And occasionally we'd have to make new ones, and one day I was making them and a couple people I had seen had made their own little one just to take with them. So I made my own as well, just to commemorate my time. So I had a little piece of Main Street. So it just says Walt Disney World 2016 Main Street Pack. You have to see it in a really specific light, but yeah, so I made a little one of those, and I think it's really cool. It's one of my favorite things that I got. Okay, now this just looks like junk. But I can assure you it is not junk to me. It would be for anyone else, I think. It just looks like a bunch of rubbish. But each day we would have a briefing before the parades and before the fireworks, essentially telling us which position we had to be in for those events. And I kept most of mine, not all of them. I kept them from, by the looks of it, I kept all of them from about April? Yeah, from about the middle of April until the end of my, almost until the end of my program. So I've got a whole bunch of just places that I had to be for for those days, and I found them in my normal handbag. I just found them in like a little pocket, and I was like, ooh, I better keep them somewhere safe, so they're in my box too. This is some of the cool stuff. A lot of this paper stuff is pretty neat. So I have this neat little page. So this is for fireworks positions. Basically you will be given a number and you would look at this map and see where that number was, and then just before the fireworks began, after the electrical parade, we'd all go to our positions and just guest relate and move crowds along and all that kind of stuff, help people out finding somewhere to see the fireworks. And on the back it just had all the names of everyone. I'm not going to show that up close obviously, but it just had everybody's names. On this side it was... Where was I on this day? Let's see. I was in Theatre Chute 3, so that's in front of the Main Street Theatre, just directing traffic, moving strollers so that people can get through, all that kind of thing. Yeah, and I've got a couple of them from when I had them. I think there were a couple nights where I was in charge of an area. On this night, I was Plaza Garden East 1, so that's in this little section along here. And I was basically just in charge of organising that section and just making sure that everything was running smoothly. I think on the last one I was in Theatre Chute 1, so I was kind of in charge of that section as well. So that was kind of cool. It was nice to you know, be able to kind of do our own thing in our own separate little groups and organise ourselves, and because everyone kind of had a slightly different way of doing things, so it was good to be able to work together. I have a times guide from the week of Dapper Day. I don't know why I kept this. I found it in a bag and I was like, I might as well save this. So many Polaroids. Wow, okay. Whoa, look at all these Polaroids. There's not actually that many, but there's a lot. Steph and I on Dapper Day, Festival of Fantasy Parade, a marching band, just the sky and a little bit of the facades in Fantasyland. Part of Adventureland. This was meant to be a photo of Expedition Everest, but the light was a bit wrong, so it's just part of the decor, I guess. More Festival of Fantasy with the Maleficent float, which is probably the coolest float I've ever seen in my life. Like a giant steampunk dragon, and it's incredible. It's so cool. More Festival of Fantasy, just the final float. We were shot up Main Street. Steph and I on Dapper Day again in front of the Haunted Mansion. Spaceship Earth. And just part of Epcot. Expedition Everest, a really creepy looking Spaceship Earth. I think my light settings were a bit wrong on this one, but it came out a pretty cool photo, so I kept it. Steph, Kat and I on my birthday waiting for Festival of Fantasy. China Pavilion in Epcot. The Dapper Dans on Dapper Day. And Cinderella's Castle. I have a little note from one of my co-workers. Thanks Anna for giving me this cute little card. When she and her mum came to just play in the parks one day, and she came and found a bunch of us and gave us these little cards, so that was kind of cool. So I kept that. Thanks Anna. Got a ticket stub from Zootopia. I've got the little 4 Keys Basics card thing, so if you don't know about the 4 keys, they are safety, courtesy, show and efficiency. And basically you just strive to do your best in each of those areas, and if you do really well, you can receive 4 keys cards from co-workers, from leaders, coordinators, whoever, people in other departments sometimes, you know, it just, that's rare, but, you know, or just other cast members that see you doing a good job and they want to, you know, kind of congratulate you on that, and let you know that you've done something good. So that's cool. I think I got 4 of those while I was there, so I was pretty proud of myself. I think I got 3 or 4. So yeah, still got a little bit. We're almost at the bottom. It's pretty light now. Okay, I've got a booklet, the passport thing from the Flower and Garden Festival. I didn't ever really fill this out, just because it just seemed like too much of an effort, honestly. I was just there to hang out and enjoy it, but it's a cool little souvenir to have. You know, there's nothing in it. I didn't get any of the stamps or anything, but it's kind of cool to have. I have a random paper coaster right in the bottom. Okay, and this is the holy grail to me of my things that I collected. These are telecasts. Other cast members will know what these are, but if you're not aware, cast members carry around little booklets with them that just tell them all the dates and times. This one's got marks in it and stuff from when I was using it. But yeah, it's just got all the dates and the times and things, all this park information in it. So if guests have questions and they're not sure of the answer, they can look it up in here, and hopefully, usually, the answer will be in one of these. Some things were a little bit harder to find. I can't remember many of them off the top of my head, but sometimes we would have to ask other people, and usually they would know. So I have a lot of these. I can't remember exactly when I started collecting them. I kind of wish that I'd started collecting them from the very beginning, but then I think it was, well, I mean, these are from February, so I have some from really early on, and then I think I skipped a few. I know that like in March I was definitely collecting them. Once my birthday hit, I was like, I need to have a telecast from my birthday, from the week of my birthday. So they would come out every week. So I have almost my entire program, I think, in telecasts. Yeah, but I know I have one in this pile here that has written on the top, on the inside, it just has my last week at Disney, or last day, or last work day, or something written inside of it. So that was kind of sad when I found that. I was like, no. And I believe that's everything in my box. Yes, it is. My box is now empty. All my stuff is on the floor and now I have to repack it. Let's see, I'll show you just how much stuff is in that box, if we can see it. It's all this stuff. Yeah. Alright, so that's my little Disney memorabilia box. All the stuff in it is really near and dear and close to my heart. I can't believe that it's been a whole year since I started. It's crazy to think how quickly that year has gone. It's been so long since I was there. I miss it every day. I can't wait to go back, even just to visit and have fun. If you liked this video, make sure that you leave a like down below. Maybe subscribe if you want to see some more from me. I've got some more stuff coming up very soon. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I will see you next time. Bye!